But, you know, it is costing him 100 points, but I think he's not too worried about that at the moment. You'll see Nystrom is just kind of struggling to push out at this point. Unfortunately, he doesn't have too much to his advantage. He's really waiting for this Greyhound armored car so that he can start putting some pressure on those machine guns that are really keeping his infantry down. Also, at some point, he's going to have to deal with that sniper, which is going to be a real problem for him. Eagle Eye Sniper, nice little back positioning here. Unfortunately, a little bit of a blunder here with this Fatherland HMG team. Kind of walks right through the rifleman. Some quick thinking by Vampire. He sets up with his back right against the wall and just manages to have actually a reasonable close combat shot right at those riflemen who are kind of forced to retreat there. Meanwhile, the Greyhound is continuing to put pressure on this HMG team. They're only going to be able to do a light amount of damage to this armored car at best, and they are going to have to retreat. Looks like we do have some bazooka-wielding Nazis coming running up here looking to support this HMG team. And he is going to retreat and do a little bit of resupplying for them. Capping this front position. Very aggressive move here by Venom. I'm just going to throw out random player names here. Vampire. At least I had the letters right. You know, give me a break. It's early in the morning. So, Greyhound armor car here. Looks like it's already got the armor plating, so it's definitely upgrading its 50 caliber machine gun. And we do have the propaganda and inspired zeal combination once again. That creates a real differential between the two units, and we can see nice little shot here by the Grenadier. All these little Bazooka Joe guys, I just always love seeing them do their thing. Every now and then they're just like the heroes of the day. That's a very nice front shot there. Unfortunately, it's directly into the front armor, and most of that shot is absorbed. But like I said, the little bazooka-wielding guys, little Bazooka Joes in any squad are always there for comic relief whenever they're up against anything, and once in a while they get a terrific kill. We'll see here we do have our first Terror Officer out in the field. He's running in right now, getting a cap with his machine gun. These guys are like James Bond sometimes. Going to whip out the pistol, cap, kills the rest of them, and this guy is just 3 kills. Do you see that? He just pretty much single-handedly took that squad out. Terror Officers, I'm always a little bit torn on how much, you know, I loved them when I was leveling my Terror Commander, but, you know, they do feel really exposed, and I always felt like people who are on their ball, you know, it's like one of those things. If you're good at killing snipers, you can probably be pretty good at killing Terror Officers, but they're tricky. They're real, you know, they're real tricky to deal with. But it is just one unit, and so in that sense they are pretty vulnerable. But if you're not familiar with them, they can execute kind of like a single sniper shot at close range with a pistol. They can call down a little mini firestorm. They can cloak. You know, they're a very, very versatile unit, and at higher levels you can have 2 or 3 of them out on the battlefield. Going to go ahead and set up behind this green cover here while the Terror Officer works on this command point, perhaps, or at least maybe he's just up there capping around. Greyhound armored car now, taking a look around. Going to come up here, put some pressure. You gotta be careful with that timing. Whenever you see somebody miss a Panzerschreck shot like that, come in, take your you know, take your best shot, and then get out of there before they can, you know, reload and fire back again. I think we saw a Panzer Faust out of this crowd as well, because it looked like there were 2 shots real quick. Eagle Eye Sniper moving up once again. Bazooka just kind of whiffing, but you know, And Terror Officer, again, putting some pressure on this cap point. So you'll see Venom has total control over this map at this point, but, you know, really he has no... I mean, it's still 500 points for nystromARM. And Nystrom is really kind of cornered in his base here. You see he has back tech to a weapon support center, and he's about to pop out a unit. I'm just going to wait and see what it is rather than change the camera angles too much. Getting some repairs up. And it is a sniper, so this sniper's got his job cut out for him. At least... Vampire does not know that the sniper is on the battlefield, so he has somewhat of an advantage, and hopefully we'll see him go out here with his rifleman and try and bait out a sniper shot. And looks like the first sniper shot already went off. 21 kills for this Eagle Eye Sniper, so these infantry are going to have to endure yet another kill while his intrepid sniper tries to get his kill. Let's watch this battle. Who's going to get the shot? Is he going to do it? He does take a shot, and the counter snipe happens. So this little first kill for this little baby sniper here is going to be off of a level 5 Eagle Eye Sniper, so not bad at all. Meanwhile, we do have the Terror Officer in the front, calling down a little mini firestorm, which is just going to finish off the rest of this barracks and do a little bit of casualties here. We do have Vet 1 on this sniper, who looks like he just took out this Terror Officer, actually. So of his 2 kills, they were both pretty high priority targets. So that's actually, you know, bet he's going to go home and feel good for himself if he survives this war. Meanwhile, it looks like the Volksgrenadiers here on the left managed to decap the point, but the Greyhound was able to drive them off, and whoa, taking a little bit of a glancing blow there to his rear armor, in some danger, but it looks like the rest of these Grenadiers are retreating. Nice positioning on the fatherland HMG, and I haven't pointed this out yet, but as you can see by the medic, we have a nice little positioning of a medic bunker here as well. The medic bunker here, I like it a lot, actually. It's pretty good. You know, I've seen them placed over here. That's pretty good. In general, this area of the map, very safe. You know, you often see people lining up mortar teams here, that sort of thing. It's you know, up until late game when you start seeing heavy crush stuff take down this, this is a pretty safe place. Not a lot of people like to come around the corner and head back up that way, so a good central location to get some, you know, for medics to resupply your army with. Gonna watch this sniper here in the center, and things are just kind of chilling out a little bit. So, anyhow, figured I'd take this time here to say, you know, if you guys have any good replays, harlequincoho@gmail.com. I'm always open. You know, I do filter for that stuff. Oh, and the looks like the sniper is just gonna take off take the helmet off of this front fatherland HMG team. But anyhow, like I was saying, send me some replays if you have any good replays. I'm always up for checking them out. I pretty much watch replays with every meal and at every point during the day. So always looking for good stuff to cast. And just trying to get as many of them out as I can, just because it seems like people are hungry for these things. And over here we do have the rifleman capping the center area. This is always a remarkably difficult area to hold. It seems like all the fighting happens right around here. The symmetrical point for it is over here in this little tiny village, but that seems to always be pretty easy to hold for the southern player. Burger's Puma is now out, and that is definitely out here to counter, or at least to put some pressure on these Greyhounds. And we've got a pretty good offensive going on here right now. We've got flamethrower engineers kind of leading the charge, forcing these grenadiers to get out of there. Burger's Puma is going to come up here, put some pressure on these infantry. Engineers are now heading their way out. The Greyhound is charging on in. Looks like a really serious shot on this terror officer. He's going to have to retreat. But meanwhile, a lot of kills just happening all across the board. These infantry are taking some serious casualties. The sniper looks like he's added a few more dog tags to his necklace, but yeah, you can see he's having some trouble recloaking that unit. I often decloak and recloak when it feels like the unit isn't recloaking fast enough. I kind of hate that, so I don't know if that's true or not. I've never verified it in any scientific setting, but if I have a sniper that just won't recloak, I just uncloak him and cloak him again rather than waiting for that cooldown to happen. So now we see that Vampire has a pretty dominant control over the center of the map here. Nice little cloaked pack here in the back, just kind of hanging out. Haven't really seen that do too much. And Camphorcraft Center is up, so we'll have to see what kind of upgrades he's got coming along here. Terror Officer moving back, Heavy Machine Gun Team moving back. Everybody's really just kind of getting in good positions. A little couple of Flamethrower Pioneers over here on the left. We do have the Greyhound Armored Car looking like he was going to put some pressure on the middle there, but the anti-tank gun taking a quick shot at him and damaging him pretty seriously. I'm going to take a snapshot here at Nystrom's base and just see what's going on for him. He is level 4, going on level 5 pretty soon. Look at his army at the moment. We do have the Flame Engineers, Machine Gun Team, 3 Infantry Squads, Sniper, anti-tank gun, and the Greyhound. Meanwhile, this is this hard to cap area that I was talking about before. You can see the Terror Officer is sneaking deep in enemy lines. We've got the Fatherland HMG team with ridiculously huge range here, practically reaching all the way out to the Allied Machine Gun team. Look at that range. This is a great example of how far these guys can shoot. Just shooting clear across the battlefield because he does have sight on that area from the Terror Officer, who is now forced to retreat, who did call down a little mini firestorm. Looks like for the most part the anti-tank gun was able to get out of the way, although they are taking a small amount of burn damage now. He's got to be careful there lest he lose another. Oh, he does. A little guy burns to death there standing, trying to do the coal walk. Medic bunkers doing their thing. It looks like we just had a squad of engineers, a squad of grenadiers pop out here. Sorry, lots of words floating around in my head when you have to talk for like 30 minutes in a row. Words just kind of come and go. You never know. Meanwhile, continuing the passive-aggressive war. These are always signs of good players, by the way, and I've talked about this before. Whenever you look at the chessboard, you got to remember that the macro and micro of this game, sort of unlike StarCraft, is the macro is you need to capture the squares of the board that you need, and you need to constantly do that and constantly recapture and recapture all throughout the game. And the micro aspect of it is all this sort of stuff. It's all the little battles that you're having, and so you know, whereas other games like StarCraft, your macro is, you know, going back to your base and building peons. You don't have any of that in this game. Instead, you need to watch out for what areas of the map you're actually capping. and make decisions about what kind of units you can actually afford to not use at the moment and send them around. Unfortunately, Vet 1 Rifleman squads have this duty at the moment instead of just a lowly engineer squad, but it looks like they are cut out for the job because they are about to bump into a Vet 1 Volksgrenadier squad in the back rows. And we'll see where this fight goes. I'm going to take a quick peek over here to see that Vampire has captured this munitions